Welcome back to Ringer Tailgate. We're live. It's Saturday, and we have pushed the time back to 9 if you're on the East Coast and you're in Joel's, neighborhood. And if you're here on the West Coast, it's about 6 o'clock. And we got to say what's up to our guys. Van's got the bat, and he's got the cowboy hat on. It's going to be a great night. Van Lathan, good to see you, man.
I am so happy to be here with you guys. Later time, we pushed it back. We pushed it back. Joel said in the group text earlier, he was like, I can't wait to throw it back tonight. And so we pushed the show back, and we are here. Ringer Tailgate is ready, guys.
That's exactly what he said verbatim. There was, the chat sometimes you can't always do what the chat wants, right? Because you're getting into a tough situation there. But the chat said we needed to wait for some of these games to get done. We had a lot of great games today, especially in the early window. We got some great games happening right now. Georgia, Texas. We got the Lane Bowl also in action at halftime right now. Joel, did you get the kids to bed? That's the big question everybody's asking.
Yo, tailgaters. Did that work? Did that go?
You trying to
be? Does that work like you, huh?
You trying to do the higher learning thing?
Yo, tailgaters.
Yo, thought warriors. Higher learning is on his iPad, Lathan.
All right. Yeah. No, my kids are asleep in the room right next to me right now. And I realized when we were talking, I was very subdued because I have this fear that I'm going to wake them up. But if they do come in here, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean, that's on y'all. That's what you all have put at risk here tonight. So if my baby girl come in here, y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
Let me ask you a question. Right. Do you practice gentle parenting?
I wouldn't call it that necessarily.
Is that the one big question of the night, Van?
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it that exactly, but a lot of the concepts we practice. Like, I mean, for instance, this just goes without saying, we would never spank our kid, right? Like, that is a departure from that. He's the first generation of Anderson kids who've not had to go through that. We do a lot more talking through things and talking through feelings and emotions, giving options, give them a chance to express themselves, sit with the, anger and just be like, okay, well, I can wait until you're done. They can do and say things to me that I never would have dreamed of doing to my parents. Like I said, my kids are the freest Andersons who've ever lived. So
yeah, my parents would
sounds like gentle parenting.
Yeah. It sounds like the gentle parenting. You're a gentle parenter. You're a GP.
It ain't like that, but it kind of comes naturally to me because I'm a soft heart. I know people think I'm a hater. Yeah, but I'm very.
No, you're a good guy.
Did I ever tell you guys a story about the iron and the devil's hoof print?
No.
I never told y'all this story?
No.
So this is the way my father parented. I was trying to help my mom iron. And rest in peace to dad. I was trying to help my mom iron. And the iron fell and it burned a iron print in the carpet. So I was trying to iron my own clothes. I was trying to help my mom really, but I really I was curious about ironing. And I wanted to iron my own clothes, right? So
trying to be
the iron fell, and then when the iron hit the carpet, I could have probably grabbed it, but it just went and it sunk into the carpet. And then I picked it up, and it was carpet all over the bottom of the iron and stuff. And I was like fascinated with that shit. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
but for weeks, Dad did not, he wasn't in the room. He did not realize that iron print had been burned in the floor. Then one day he saw it. And he was like, what happened? And I was like, I was trying to iron my own clothes and the iron fell on the floor. And my dad was like, you know what? That was you in here doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing. And he said, that's not an iron print. That's the devil's hoof print. And he said, every time you're in here by yourself, just know that Satan is in this room with you because you have let Satan into the room. And then he looked at me and he said,
you've opened the gates of hell.
You've opened the gates of hell. He looked at me and he said, Van, what is Satan here to do? And I said, steal, kill, and destroy. And he said, watch your back. And then he walked out the fucking room. That's the way I was parented.
Y'all went over Satan?
Kill you.
Steal, kill, and destroy. Y'all had a little saying for Satan like that. Steal, kill, and destroy.
The rule of 3.
No, that's what Satan is. Satan is here to steal, kill, and destroy. That's biblical stuff. I don't think we made that up. I think that's in
Oh,
the
really?
Bible or
Okay.
something.
Look, bro.
Satan,
I think that's in the good book.
I
Yeah.
apologize. I did go to Catholic school and had to take understanding the Bible as a course. I guess I probably cheated
yeah,
my
here
way
it
through that,
is.
to be honest.
Here it is. The main Bible verse that features the phrase "steal, kill, and destroy" is John 10:10, which contrasts it. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Woo!
Wow. Oh,
There
you a
you
little
go.
word today, man.
A little bit, a little bit.
Little word.
Now let's get to this sinning.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get to it. Let's get to our first fact of the day because for the first time, teams were 0 and 286 when trailing by 27 or more points in the SEC until today. That's right. Texas A&M, they were in hell in that first half, an incredible half. We'll get to our own reactions, but this was the story of the day. Texas A&M, Lane Kiffin came out this week. We talked about it on Wednesday. Said they're the best team in the country. They look like one of the most, embarrassing teams in the country in the first half of this game. You got Shane Beamer walking into the locker room. He's getting the crowd fired up. And it felt like South Carolina was going to shock the world until Marcel Reed had his comeback moment, a Cam Newton type game. Van, how shocked are you that Texas A&M came back to win this one 31-30?
So in the entire first half, I was convinced that South Carolina would sell. But then it just got harder to believe, right? 17-0, you're like, okay. 20, whatever. It's like, okay. Me and my boy Ryan are on the phone. Shout out Ryan Davenport. And we like, the South Carolina about to sell. Then it gets to the halftime score, and you're like, they can't sell here. It's impossible. They'd have to score too fast. Too much would have to just they can't sell. And South Carolina sold. I do not know what was going on. Texas A&M put together one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen any elite team play. They could not throw it. They could not catch it. They could not stop nobody. If not for a really, really, really bad read by Lenora Sellis, they wouldn't have had any motion in the first half at all. The entire college football watching public was like, are they throwing this football game? This looks terrible. They snapped out of it, got on a run. South Carolina offered no resistance in the second half. And now you have, I guess, not a signature win, but one of those wins that just shows the team is resilient and can come back from adversity. The kind of win that brings the team closer together, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We've talked about this a little bit in the build-up to this game, is that, it's going to be the same old Aggies. They're going to get everybody's hopes up. And then when,
On the
people push
day
that
Elko
shit
signed a contract extension as
it,
well.
it was
Yes.
I was prepared to laugh at them, because I was like, oh, this is the same old Aggies. And just like that, and I think that's the thing that impressed me the most, that there was really no suspense to it. Like, they got to work immediately after halftime, right? I don't know. And I haven't had a chance to watch no film or anything like that on it. And we haven't seen what Elko said in the locker room, but
He said he didn't say anything. He was like, I basically just was like, hey, we're not playing our version of football, and we need to do that. We need to be more physical, and the rest was history.
Whatever he did. Yeah, man. And I think the thing so it's not that I thought South Carolina was really, really good, but my thought at halftime was, I don't think Marcel Reed can pass them out of this. Like, I'd not been able to accept that the Marcel Reed that I saw struggle with pass concepts last year is a different quarterback this year. And if he's that good, and he appears to be one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in college football, if he's that good, then, I mean, A&M, man, I mean, maybe this is just the start. I mean, again, there's no shame at this point. There's no shame if they drop a game from here now, right? Like, they've done mostly what they were supposed.
Texas, the biggest game on their schedule coming up. Right?
That's a tough game, and that's going to be in Austin, right? But on the whole, man, like, I was about as impressed as I've been with Texas A&M in a damn near generation. Like, that's just not a game that they've won in the past, and they won it and made it look not easy, but like, they looked really crisp and efficient and confident, like, in a way that I can't remember seeing an Aggies team like this in a long, long time.
Does it bother you at all, or give you a little bit of pause that they could play a half of football like this? Like, I could not imagine Ohio State playing a half of football like this.
I think if yeah, well, not really. It doesn't bother me because you're gonna play game. There's always going to be a half in the season.
We saw Indiana last week, right,
Yeah.
against Penn State. So we've seen two of the top three teams have that half. Obviously, Ohio State has not had that half yet.
You're going to scuffle a little bit. And look, I mean, the thing is, A&M is not totally healthy. Like, they don't have their top running back, Le'Veon Moss. Scooby Williams is out for another game. The linebacker,
Craver's
Bryce
not
Anderson.
100%. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so they're scuffling, and it's late in the year, and they have a lot ahead of them. And it's real easy to look at the schedule and think that Kyle Field's going to do it for you, and you're going to roll through South Carolina. But they took it on the chin and got right back at it. And so, it didn't bother me that much. And it made me think, oh, this team actually has something this year.
On the chin. I thought you was talking about.
What you talking about, man?
President Trump with Bill Clinton.
Hey, can we just real quick? So I've been busy this weekend. Is that where does that come from?
The Epstein files. Let's not get into that shit because they're already on my eyes. They're already on my ass.
That was really it. Okay, it really
Ringer,
was
man. The Ringer fans is getting on my ass about my political shit. There's Billy says there's a video. We're gonna bring Billy into whenever there's
Billy,
something like this.
We're gonna bring Billy. Don't do that.
Like, but
don't do that, Billy.
I'm not like I do politics on Twitter, and the Ringer fans just don't like it. I'm pissing them off. So let's stay with the college football takes today, right now, Joe.
But let's keep it college.
I just wanted to know if this was a thing that was actually there. Okay, we good.
Because we already did religion. We already got some.
I know we alienated some people.
I didn't fucking turn this fucking show on to hear Bible verses. What is this? Now let's shift the focus here. Remember what I talked about with Penn State. There's one thing when you have a winless season. And there's another thing if you have a joyless season. This was South Carolina's shot at joy. Now, they did beat Virginia Tech. And I suppose that game was exciting at the time that it happened. Everything was still in front of them.
More for the Beamer family than the South Carolina fan base.
Yeah.
Though, right?
Fair enough. This game was an opportunity for them to say, you know what? It is on the team. We do have it. We have Lenora Sellers, this incredibly talented quarterback. We have Dylan Sanders, right? We have
Nick Harbor.
We have these guys, right? We have these guys. It didn't come together this year, but look, it's here. We put it together for one game, and they fucked it. And it was embarrassing in the second half. As good as Texas A&M was in the second half, I mean, everything turned around. The defense played on fire. The receivers finally learned how to catch the football.
Concepcion with a big touchdown drop.
Big play. There was a 4th and I think 12.
Yeah, that was the game-changing play.
Yep.
Right.
That was the game-changing play. Reed scrambles for that 4th and 12. He uses his athletic ability. He avoids a tackler. He converts that 4th and 12, and it's a whole new ball game, and they never stopped. But, man, did South Carolina make it easy in the second half.
So some South Carolina fans follow me on Blue Sky. And
shout out to those South Carolina fans.
Y'all should be over there, man. It's a very vibrant conversation, and much less racist. But they are very mad at this Shane Beamer thing, and I kind of thought, like y'all are South Carolina,
Dylan Stewart.
6-6. Yeah, if you go 6-6 this year, it'll be okay.
Dylan Stewart.
Yeah, the D.
Player.
I mean, that's an NFL player right there, bro. I mean, that's an NFL motherfucker right there. But yeah, I mean, I knew that this was a disappointing year for a team. They thought maybe there's an outside shot at them contending for the playoffs. But I was like, there's no way they would fire Shane Beamer, right? He's doing okay. He's recruiting pretty well. They were competitive. But it seems to me like the few South Carolina fans that I'm in contact with, that they're kind of fed up with that motherfucker, man. That they're very upset at him. And I did not imagine that he was generating that kind of heat, but I could imagine looking at a game like this today and being like, man, not only did you lose this lead, but it's like we wasted Lenora Sellers, man. Like, this was a year we were really supposed to ride him. This would be the last time.
My God.
It's always the ones that was into the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
If
you think about it, it really,
bro.
it's really
Joe, are you Joe, are you gonna show some discipline on the show tonight? Bro, like, what is going on?
It's a little bit later.
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is later. This is
damn.
this is
Continue,
tailgate after
please,
dark, man.
Bro.
Tailgate
Shit.
after dark. Tate, you tell him, man.
Why?
It's a mature
Wait, what did I
conversation.
say? What was the first
No,
one? Take it
just
on the
come
chin?
on, man. Like, it might be some
What is
kids that's
taking it on the
watching.
chin?
You wilding, bro. God damn.
What is the thing that you do with it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the point of it is that South Carolina, man. First of all, Lenore Sellers, man. I know you're gonna be back at school next year, but what school you gonna be at? Right? What school you gonna be at, man?
Carolina.
Oh, interesting.
Why would you go to Carolina?
I mean, you could say Carolina is South Carolina.
I was thinking.
I know,
I'm
but
just saying Carolina.
why would he go to
Play
North
for the greatest coach ever
I was
like what
with
that
the
makes
best
no
uniforms
sense.
in the game.
If there are all types of teams out there that he could go to, but
damn.
with the
Man,
reality
he was
is
joking, man. Why you putting it on?
Who's the best quarterback in the NFL, and what school did he go to?
Drake May. He went to, I don't know if that Drake May is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's
That's what the
certainly
people are
playing
saying.
really well.
Yeah.
He went to North Carolina, a completely
There you
different
go.
regime there. But what I'm saying is, this is why if you are Lenora Sellers and you're going to leave South Carolina, which we don't know if Lenora Sellers is leaving South Carolina.
We don't know.
Either for the NFL or for another team. You need, the one thing you need more than anything is stability.
Right.
You need stability because it is obvious that despite the fact that he is a prodigious talent, he has prodigious talent, that guy needs some refining.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
He needs somebody who can put him into an offense where there are some easy reads, where they are moving. I mean, they move the pocket for him a lot, but they need somebody who can focus the talent that he has, because there's a little bit of Lenora Sellers that, to me, having watched both guys, is this year at least, not last year. Last year, you could see it all. He was putting it together. This year, he's reminding me a little bit of Anthony Richardson at Florida.
Ooh.
Now, he's much more effective than that.
Well, I was gonna
Anthony
say,
Richardson
okay.
just never seen. He had some big games there as well. He played decently. But he's looking like a quarterback with all of this raw talent that just is not in any way putting it together in a way that results in his offense moving with any snap or rhythm, or his team scoring
Snap or rhythm. Oh, man. Damn.
That's a
Watch
reach.
your mouth, man.
That's a reach.
Snap or rhythm.
That's a reach.
Rhythm is
reaching.
You know what rhythm is?
You
You ain't never heard. You ain't never told. You never asked
now
a girl
you
for
talk
some
about
rhythm.
snap and rhythm. You're reaching.
You ain't
Why
never asked
reaching,
nobody
bro?
for
But who are the offensive gurus that are going to help him, right? Arbuckle at Oklahoma.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Sarkisian at Texas, Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, or where he ends up going, right? I mean, there's not that really many options out there. That
I
are
was
gonna
thinking.
really help
I
him.
was thinking Oklahoma would be a good fit for him.
Dawson
or
in Miami.
Van, depending on who goes there. Van, how would you feel about having Lenore Sellers as your quarterback next year?
Yeah, I would love it if there was a great OC. But honestly, right now, that would
What
be
if the
such a
head
pressure-
coach is Joe Brady and he basically calls the plays?
That would be fantastic. But that would be such a pressure cooker for him.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like a real pressure cooker for him, because that's going to be a new head coach, a new regime, a new offense, all kinds of stuff. So that's going to be for him. I think he's a great talent. Would love to have a talent like that in purple and gold. But for him, that's a pressure cooker. The Shane Beamer situation is this. I'll tell you why a lot of your friends are mad with Shane Beamer. It's because they want to marry Shane Beamer. They want to marry him. Like, they want to marry him. They want to be married to the greatness of Shane Beamer. The fan base, the South Carolina fans, I know, and I know a lot of them. Charlemagne's my guy. Bakari's my guy. And I know for a long time, the lady that worked in the front office with the former head coach of South Carolina, I think she was retained when Beamer came in. They like this coach.
Beamer's a good guy.
He's a good guy. They like this coach. It's a
Lot of
culture
energy.
fit. They want to wed and be married to the excellence of Shane Beamer, but they are in a perpetual talking stage because he won't take the next step. He will not take the next step as a coach. And the talent gets put there. The team shows flashes, and then it just will not happen. And you're starting to wonder if it will happen.
He's too emotional in games for me. I think that's what the fans are really fed up with.
He looks
They're
as
just like
jittery.
there needs to have like a better poker face. Like when he walks in the locker room and he's trying to get like the little South Carolina contingent fired up. He's almost rubbing it in the face of the A&M fans. I saw that right before halftime, and I'm like, I don't like that. Like he should be worried about A&M in the second half. It felt like he was already celebrating. That's my own personal take on it, but I can understand why South Carolina fans are upset about that aspect of it, with the in-game coaching and just kind of being too emotionally, involved at some level.
I think the thing about Shane is that, like, bro, maybe you should go see about at the end of the first Kanye album, Last Call, and he's like, yo, can I get that deal of Rockefeller? Like, that's how he needs to be with Virginia Tech. He'd be like, you know what? Are y'all still
that's
James
done.
Franklin's
Y'all niggas
flirting
high?
around with other people.
Yeah,
right?
he ain't got that. They're not gonna hire him.
I mean, how
If
you
it was
know?
between hiring Shane Beamer and James Franklin right
But
now,
James
you'd have
Frank,
to hire James Franklin.
but James Franklin's waiting for allegedly, and the rumor mill is that he's waiting for a lot of other jobs that would be better than Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, if they're waiting on James Franklin, fine, right? But I don't think that's who you're going to end up with. If there's and he's going to be moved every time somebody signs an extension, every time whatever somebody loses an embarrassing game, it makes it that much less likely that you're going to want to look past James Franklin on this coaching hierarchy, this carousel this year. So I don't know.
What are the
man.
jobs that are better than Virginia Tech that James Franklin's gonna go get?
They're saying Florida State, right? That's the big
Florida
one.
State. That's the one allegedly that he's looking at. Well, okay.
I get it.
If Kip, well, no, you can't put.
I get it. Having James Franklin at Florida State, I mean, that's a better job than Virginia Tech for sure. So having him at Florida State, once again, you drop back into the Lions den. So I mean, that's a better job. I would definitely take that job. So if it's between that and Virginia Tech, then it seems like that's the way to go. But I had heard that, there was strong interest between him and Virginia Tech. But if Florida State if Florida State wants him, then he'll go there.
I think Virginia Tech's almost underrated at this point. They have great football fans. Blacksburg is an incredible environment, and they got flush with money. They got a lot of money coming in, and they got Bruce Arians running the whole thing. So I actually think Virginia Tech would be a great fit for a lot of different coaches. So I think Franklin would love it. Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad job at all, but I just think that, if Shane Beamer can somehow worm his way into that job, it's something to think about.
Also, the Big 12 will be coming after Virginia Tech. The Big 10 will probably come after Virginia. Like, you're going to have options in the conference.
The Big 10 is going to be coming after who?
They're going to come after some of these schools in the ACC.
Virginia Tech?
When Virginia and North Carolina team up and go to the SEC, they might have to settle for Virginia Tech.
Once again, Virginia Tech is a place where
Oh.
you've seen them win. It's always been a good program. So I bet that fan base is hungry for a consistent winner like they've had, at times in the last 15, 20 years.
There you go. A&M survives. That's the big story there. Let's do one big reaction. Van, I go to you first. Obviously, a lot of games that happened today, a lot of different, sort of storylines that are coming out of this. Maybe Navy, something that jumped out at you. The midshipmen, Miami destroys NC State. But one big reaction for you, Van, after what we've seen so far today.
Man, it's Alabama.
There you go.
Ooh.
Oklahoma beats Alabama. Two big reactions, actually. One, the signature win that Brent Venables has really been looking for. Now, he's had one before. Like, you can look at the Texas victory, or you can look at, they beat Texas, didn't they? Did I? No, Texas won the game.
Texas won, yeah.
Texas won the game. The signature win that Brent Venables needed. The signature win that he needed, right? Gigantic win in Alabama. He did not just beat Alabama, he beat the tradition, he beat the foundation that Alabama has built on, and they beat them on the field. Huge win for Brent Venables. Huge one, right?
And on homecoming weekend. The last time they lost on homecoming weekend was 2001 LSU.
Now, there's something else here. My big reaction, I'm actually waiting, because I want to see how the Alabama fan base responds to this loss.
Mm-hmm.
Kalen DeBoer, in many ways, has shored up his position as Alabama head coach. They love him. They hate him. They want him to get fired. They want him to stick around. I think that Alabama fans kind of knew that the days of the Nick Saban dominance were gone, and they were gone even before Nick Saban was gone. Things had changed a little bit. It was still Nick Saban football. It was still Alabama football, but it wasn't quite 2017 anymore, right? 2016 anymore. All the tens and the teens, fuck it, they won every time, right?
Yes. It was every year, yeah.
But I think something that Joel said earlier this year is true, is that this is what a good football team looks like now. A good football team looks like 2 losses. An elite football team might look like 1. A really lucky team in the schedule might look undefeated. But I don't know that there'll be as much disappointment with Kalen DeBoer after this loss because of Alabama's 8-game winning streak. But there will be some. There will be some people that will say, what are we? What is Alabama football right now? Now they have 2 games at the end of their schedule that they should win. The
Eastern
Iron Bowl
Illinois, and then they got Auburn. Yeah,
right. So they should win both of those games. It looks like they're pretty well positioned to be in the playoff. But at the same time, it's not guaranteed. And the fact that it's not guaranteed is going to make a lot of people who are used to excellence wonder if they can live with just good. If you're used to elite, can you live with good? If you're used to perfect, can you live with we're damn good? And we're going to see that with the Alabama fan base. And I don't know what the answer is going to be, but I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me just, I agree with that.
Joel, did you turn your hat around?
Well, so I was going to say something. There's 2 things. One, I agree with Van, but I'll pivot to that. The people in the comments were talking shit about my brim. Okay. And they got my comments. I mean, look, okay.
Don't let the chat win.
Luces, is that how you say your name? Yeah, I'm gonna get criticized for saying that name wrong now too. Crazy white boy Sam asked me, did Joel turn the hat around because of the brim? And I was like, hell yeah, I got tired of y'all talking about it. It was
what they say about the brim.
They said that my brim was fucked up, or I didn't have it.
What was wrong with it?
It wasn't curved enough. I think it was too much of a right, kind of triangular.
Billy said it was triangular.
It's not a hat I wear a lot. I just needed a hat
because
like you had it bent like this.
And I just not wore
like this. Yeah.
So wait a second.
Hold on.
When I was still wearing, because now I just do the dad hat, right? And the dad hat saves that. I don't do the hat like that no more. But when I was doing the hat like that, the brothers had the hat flat and cocked to the, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the
early 2000s.
See,
and it was actually.
So you're saying this is a cultural thing?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it is or if it isn't because I don't know how they're wearing the hats now. I don't wear those kind of hats anymore. I just wear the dad hat, and that's always curved. But for the hat that's like that, to fit it, the brim was always flat.
Yeah, I usually had my brims flat or whatever. But anyway, I mean,
I will say this though.
The chat won.
It is. I will say this though. It is pussy that you let them. It make you change.
They bullied us into a later time.
Like that is. I'm just gonna be for real. That is pussy. You can't. No,
I'm on your side.
You can't do that, Joe.
So
you
no,
gotta
wait.
tell them the SMD. Shout
No.
out to the people. We love y'all.
Yeah,
Well, if
we
you
love
can't
you.
succumb to
I don't know. The
like
thing
that.
is, man, first of all, I don't know enough about hats. Remember how we were talking about Jordans before the show? And I was like, man, I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't know what the kids do. I have a hat. Usually I have my hats backwards anyway, just because that's the way I prefer to wear them.
Colin Coward's nightmare.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would never be a quarterback for his team, right?
Yeah, right.
I could never be a quarterback for Colin Cowherd. But so I always usually wear my shit. Because I don't usually have my hat as a part of my outfit. That's not something I've been doing since college, or like I was 24 or something like that. So they found a point of vulnerability with me. I don't know what a hat is supposed to look like, and so they got me. And
when they find it, they poke.
They poked and they kept going. I was like, I've got to move on from this. I don't want to keep focusing on it. It was annoying me. Not annoying. I appreciate y'all coming in here, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, all right, let's move the fuck on. I don't want to talk about that no more. The other thing is, so anyway, my big reaction. I'm just gonna say, can I do my big reaction?
Yeah, big reaction. Get it.
My big reaction is about the Big 12, man. The old Big 12. About how the old Big 12 has made the SEC even bigger, even better. And I'm not here to denigrate the league where it just means more. And I'm not going to like so nobody gets themselves up in get the panties in a bunch. Uh, the SEC has been the best league. It produces the most champs. It's got the most NFL players. It earned its reputation on the field. Nobody gave it to him. Understood. But I do want to remind folks that when the SEC extended invitations to Texas and Oklahoma a few years ago, the prevailing thought was that it was going to take those programs some time to adjust, right? Like they're going to have to get bigger and tougher and faster. I mean, because it's the SEC and they're going to have to get much more serious about competing. Like, and they're not going to win it, but just to get up to snuff with everybody, they're going to have to get their shit together. Well, look at where we are today. 6 of the top 11 teams in the current CFP rankings, 8 of the top 13 were or are currently in the Big 12. Number 3, Texas A&M, which defected in 2012 with Mizzou. So like that's the best, probably the best team in the league right now, former Big 12. Texas Tech, currently the top team in the Big 12, they're number 6. And then Texas, Oklahoma, BYU, and Utah are 10 through 13. So if y'all are being honest, people that watch this sport over the last couple of decades, nobody thought we would be here right now. Well, when we look at today, Oklahoma goes into Bama and beats them for the second year in a row. And they won in a way that people probably would have never thought they would have been able to do it. They made
in a Venables way too. Defense.
In a Venables way, defense first.
Made them one-dimensional, sacked them 4 times, forced 3 turnovers, limited them to 80 yards rushing. And if you take away 128-yard run by Daniel Hill, the Tide had 52 rushing yards on 32 carries tonight. Okay.
And got Jam Miller taken out of the game, basically, right?
Got Jam Miller taken out the game. Texas and OU have 4 combined losses this fall. One is the number 1 Ohio State. The other is Oklahoma's loss to Texas. So anyway, also I'm just saying the Big 12 has made the SEC a lot better, giving it a big marquee weekend, this first weekend in November. So just trying to remind people, man, that sometimes we play good football in other parts of the country, man. It's not just the SEC. The Big 12 has something to say.
All right, so I wanna put this in context.
I like Joel doing the Big 12 as death row. You know what I mean?
So Oklahoma played LSU in the college football playoff during LSU's national championship season. This is Oklahoma in the college football playoff. Joel, what was the score of that game?
Hey, look, man. Why are you bringing up 5 years ago?
No. I'm asking. What was the score of the game?
I don't know. What was the score, Van?
Okay, so I'm
Wait,
looking
you know
at it right now.
Are you looking?
It was 63-28.
Okay.
So
okay.
So
I know LSU loves living in the past. They love living in the past because that's all y'all can talk about right now. I get it.
Oklahoma played LSU last year. What was the score of the game?
Well, I don't know. What was the score of the game last year?
It's 37-17.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to get you to do. So wait. Just wait a second.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get you to. This is what I'm saying. What you just said is true, but let me contextualize. The reason why people have thought what they thought is because those teams were getting their asses bust. Not all the time, but sometimes when they would play SEC teams. Not all the time, but
the best of those teams usually, right?
Well, I mean, what are you talking about right now?
The thought was that the SEC, because it's such a gauntlet, it was going to wear down Texas and Oklahoma because where they used to have to play Oklahoma State and TCU. And
people laugh.
Now they got to play these other schools.
Well, I'm gonna get to that. What people did not see during the time that this happened is how much college football had changed. Now, if you dropped Texas and Oklahoma into the SEC in 2016. In 2017, maybe those people had a point. Maybe there would have been a point. But now, I don't think that there's any team in any conference ever that Indiana right now is undefeated in killing people. Right now, Indiana's undefeated killing people. Right? While Penn State is on the outs, while Clemson is down. So I think that this is less about the football brands of Oklahoma and Texas, because we do have some results on the field that could kind of show you what happened when those teams played SEC teams. And this is more about the fact that actually them joining the conference with the changing landscape of college football has changed the level of competition. Maybe the SEC isn't the gauntlet that it used to be. The Big Ten is not the gauntlet that it is. The biggest thing that snake bites you in the Big Ten is the travel. So I have a lot of respect for Texas. I have a lot of respect for Oklahoma. I do. Neither one of those teams has come into the SEC and dominated it. You can make an argument that maybe Texas has. You can.
I mean, yeah, Texas, man.
You can make an argument that Texas has, but like
they
the
got a seat at the
reality
table
is what people
at the
really
elite table.
Yeah, what they're definitely Texas is an elite program. Texas is elite. You can make an argument that this is, but
Oklahoma is a better program than Texas
right now.
Well, I mean, in recent times, they are, because I mean Oklahoma won the last 20 Big 12. They won 14 of the last 20 Big 12 champion titles, right?
Right.
And Texas won 3. So Oklahoma is a better It doesn't mean that Texas doesn't have more potential. They're not better at the moment, but that's all I'm saying.
Texas is a better program than Oklahoma is now.
At this point, yes. Yeah.
Right, at this point now. So all I'm saying is, while there is something for Texas and the Big 12 fans, there's something to pound your chest about. There is context to this. And the context of this is that dominance in college football is pretty much out of the window. It's gone. Like you've made that point. You've made that point that there are no more really. So the SEC ain't what it used to be, because like we should have Hollywood Smothers. Hollywood Smothers would play for us in years past. He would be our second or third back. Man, we had Leonard Fournette and Darius Geis at the same time.
It's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could go through some of the rooms that were there. Like that's different now. And so Oklahoma and Texas are competing at a high rate, like at a high level at the SEC. But Joe, so's Ole Miss. Like, you know what I mean? Like Ole Miss is as well. Things are different.
It's funny. People used to talk about Ole Miss. I mean, the one great run Ole Miss had, about a decade ago under Hugh Freeze. And as I like to remind people, TCU put a 42-3 on that ass. And that was an Ole Miss team, I think, that beat Bama that year. People forget about it, though. That's all I'm saying. I mean, again, I'm not trying to I don't want to start a fight.
Joel,
the SEC is great.
You gonna flex a victory for TCU over Ole Miss?
The SEC, that was a good SEC team. That was a team that people thought was a playoff contender. That was one where Hugh
would have been in the playoffs these times.
The Kim Diche boys, the Kim Diche boys.
Yeah.
Remember them? Yeah. Anyway,
I do.
I remember if it was Bo Wallace or Chad Kelly. I don't know which one was the quarterback that year, but
I think Chad Kelly.
Chad Kelly, man. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy that everything has worked out for everybody, and I'm happy that my boys in Texas are showing improvement in the SEC, letting people know how we get down in Texas, man.
I did want to point out, because you brought up the two programs. Ole Miss right now 24-20 in the Lamb Bowl. Florida is up in that game. Also 14-3 just started the second half right now. Georgia, Texas. So just a little update there. That's happening right now in real time.
What's the Georgia Texas score?
14-3. Georgia is up on Texas.
Texas needs to win that football game. Texas is snake bitten by Georgia.
Man, they've not beaten them yet. Nah,
they have not beat. They like to.
Be careful.
They need to. But this is fuck all of that other shit. The conference shit is what it is. But this is a big game for Texas and keeping their playoff hopes alive. What if Texas loses? What does it mean? Does it mean anything if they lose? I mean, they're out of the playoff picture.
No.
But has Texas done enough to make people believe that this was a dry run? Next year, Arch is a year better. Bring some of these guys back. They're going to lose some guys, but bring some of these guys back and they can march to the national championship next year.
Wait, Van, hold on. You think they're out of the playoffs? Because I've been hearing a lot that Texas could have a case as the first three loss team to make it to the playoffs. If they
would have to beat A&M.
But that's the thing. They got to beat A&M.
Yeah.
Even if they do, I don't see how. I mean, we can do this on Wednesday and look through it. Mm-hmm. But there are going to be a lot of 2-loss teams there that to me that I think are going to have a better case than Texas will. But,
yeah. Well, and also I would say the way Texas is losing right now, that you got to think that they're going to suffer a little bit here in this poll, because they've kind of been getting a handle right now from what I've been able to see. So
yeah, 0 for 6 on third downs, struggling a little bit to get any sort of rhythm on offense. Had a great opening drive though, and the opening drive can lie, as we've learned this season multiple times over. So that's something to keep an eye on there. I did want to bring up this game because I know everybody was watching it. Georgia Tech they survived Boston College today. And Boston College, we just had, the big meltdown with, the head coach there at BC just basically losing his mind, Bill O'Brien, on a reporter who isn't always there, asking him about, how do you keep this team focused and all this sort of stuff. And he's like, we're good. We're good. And they almost win this game. Honestly, if you watch this game, it felt like BC was going to win this game. Georgia Tech does survive and therefore kind of save face for the ACC. Do we learn anything about Georgia Tech, or is this kind of like the Indiana, Penn State game or the A&M South Carolina game? Do we put it in the same box, or does it get treated a little bit differently? How concerned are we for Georgia Tech at this point, Van?
I don't think I was concerned because I don't think I was terribly impressed.
Okay.
I keep waiting for them to become the team that I think that they are, and they keep saying, fuck you, Van. Get off our nards. Wolfman got nards. And so the fact that they pulled that out, I think that with Georgia Tech can't disappoint me. I can only be impressed. And I think that I was impressed that they stuck it out and won the game.
And Aiden Burr, another game-winning field goal. He's, I think that's his third this season, or obviously at least his second. He did it against Clemson as well. But Georgia Tech, they're only one loss at this point at NC State. And NC State got absolutely just destroyed today. Hollywood Smothers got smothered by Miami's defense.
Yeah, man. I mean, the ACC, man. I'm glad for them that Georgia Tech keeps it up, because it seems like they're not going to really be able to depend on anybody else. I guess Virginia has 2 losses now. But they
Virginia
really
with the big win over Duke today, right?
That's right. They need Georgia Tech to keep winning, even though Georgia Tech, they're a very plucky team, obviously a well-coached team, but they feel like the getting away with it all-stars, like it just feels like I think we know that when they get into a playoffs against a team with a little bit more talent than them, because they're not, they're playing teams that are as talented or more talented than right now. When they get into the playoffs with some dogs, they're gonna have some. But you know what? That game against Georgia at the end of the year, we'll learn a lot about them going into that. We'll learn a lot about them in that week. So
let me ask you guys
their
a question.
defense is bad.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. Let's say that Texas loses this game, then they beat A&M, and then you have a situation where Texas is sitting at 9-3 with losses to Oklahoma, Georgia.
No, they beat Oklahoma.
Excuse me, they beat Oklahoma. Why do I keep fucking doing that?
They lost to Florida.
They lost to Florida. Bad loss.
Bad loss.
Mm-hmm.
Bad
but
loss.
Florida's up on Ole Miss right now.
Man, Florida's not bad. That's the thing. Is it a bad loss? Because
it's
everybody,
a bad loss because you lost to a team with a bad record. The team lost to LSU. They're bad. Okay. Florida. So they lost to Florida. They would have losses to if they lost today to Georgia. And who else did Texas lose to?
Ohio State.
Okay. Now, if Texas loses to Georgia, but then beats A&M, and they are sitting there at 9-3 with losses to those teams, but a win over A&M, would you put Texas in the playoff over Notre Dame?
No, not now.
No, let's say it all shakes out. Notre Dame wins out. No. Texas loses, so Notre Dame is at 10-2. Or Texas is at 9-3.
No,
Texas beats A&M, who at that point would be a top 3 team, right?
Right.
They have a win that is better than any other win that Notre Dame could possibly have. Not even close, right? A win that's better than any win that Notre Dame has. But they also have losses because they play in a competitive conference. Notre Dame will have only lost to the only 2 really good teams that they played. We've talked about the losses. That's the kind of questions that you're going to have to ask yourself to put a 9-3 team, Texas team, into the playoff if there's not more chaos, which there could be.
Well, and you're also going to say this, Van, right? Like Notre Dame played A&M and lost, and Texas played A&M and won.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point of the scenario.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's really what it's going to come down to. And I think you talk about brand appeal. Texas is just as strong as Notre Dame.
I don't think it's going to come down to Texas and Notre Dame. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Van.
Yeah, this is just a wild hypothetical that I'm throwing out.
Like
just to see, like, when you guys talking about a 9-3 team, these are the types of questions that you would have to ask, because they would have to win. They'd have to split these games. And if you look at it right now, Texas is playing fucking Georgia, then they got A&M. That's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
No, like Georgia and A&M, if they got a split in those two games, which they would have to be in this conversation, then you have to start asking about resume when it applies to some of these other teams.
You got to win those games. And also, I think the thing about it is that the thing about the voters and all of us, we all have eyes. Like we're looking at these teams. And again, Notre Dame, have eyes. The Notre Dame has not, I mean, again, they're not playing. Pittsburgh is not Georgia, right? Boston College is not, Ole Miss or whatever, or Florida. Well, maybe they are. But anyway, the point is that Notre Dame, you're right, has not played a great schedule for the most part. But man, they look like a much better team right now.
They do.
Yeah, they look like, and they've been playing really, really well. And their losses, the last time we saw Notre Dame look bad, because even that Boston College loss was sort of a bit of a ruse, because they had that game in hand. It wasn't as close as the score. Boston College
they
came back
struggled
in later.
in that game early,
they didn't look great, but they did.
Yeah.
But they had it in hand. You know what I'm saying? So I think Notre Dame over. I would probably take Notre Dame over Texas, but I'm willing to hear the argument for Texas at 9-3 over. I don't know, whoever a second ACC team.
So Notre Dame is in.
There will only be one ACC team.
Yeah, right.
Notre Dame is in the playoff, if you ask me. But Notre Dame has played Miami, Texas A&M, Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, SC, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford. On its face, they played 4 ranked opponents, right? They played 4 ranked opponents.
And Pitt was a psyop. That was a psyop ranked game. You know what I mean? Like that was.
Damn, look, man.
Let's be honest.
You done gone out to the fake news, not the psyop. You've been watching.
I will say this: he's starting to sound a little bit with no politics. I will say this though: that USC win is going to look a lot better at the end of the year. SC is finding something. They haven't played like a doozy, but SC is finding something. You watch SC, and this team looks like one of the stronger teams that Lincoln Riley has had since he's been at USC.
That was a good win today, man.
Yeah, they were down 14-0 and come back and win.
Although it was a good win, although I would say that like Iowa's the best thing on Iowa's record are 4 close losses. Iowa ain't beat nobody yet. But like they've got 4. We just assume Iowa is good in the same way that I assume that Florida is good. I mean, it's college football. There's a lot of talent. Like things go against you sometimes in a game.
Plus, when you watch the games, I mean, you kind of convince yourself like, hey, like a play here, a play there, they easily win that game, right? So it's a fair point.
Absolutely. And I was like, man, I was really impressed with USC today too, man. I mean, look, man, USC and Oklahoma, man, can y'all settle y'all beef now? Can everybody be happy? Y'all both have 2 losses. Competing for the playoffs.
That. If I was Oklahoma, man.
They hate Lincoln.
That's gang. If they're not, that's not tradition. They banging on each other. That's you. Hey, remember that HBO documentary back in the day? Y'all too young for this. Y'all go on YouTube right now and look up this documentary. Gang Wars, banging in Little Rock.
Yeah, man.
Y'all know. Y'all gotta remember. HBO used to have fire documentaries. What about Pimps Up, Hoes Down?
Pimps
America
Up, Hoes
Undercover.
Down. Oh,
you
my
remember
God.
that? Y'all remember that?
Hookers man, Mr. White Folks, man.
Mr. White Folks.
Mr. White Folks.
Hey, bro. Hey, let me tell you how these pimps put the game on Pimps Up, Hoes Down. It's just like what do you say?
The hookers at the point. Hookers at the point.
Hookers at the point. That was about Hunter's Point out in New York. This is what Mr. White Folks said. Look, ho, you get with me, ho. You either you gonna hoe up or blow up, barbecue and mildew. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. I let the welfare feed you. I was like, what? I started going around saying that. Hey, you get with me, you either gonna hoe up a blow up, barbecue and mildew. I don't need you. I let the welfare feed you. And my mama was like, don't you ever fucking sound like one of these pimps again, like the way they treat women and stuff like that. Stop watching that shit. Ole Miss is up. Ole Miss is now.
Yeah, they went up, man.
27-24.
They might escape. But what I'm saying is they talked about gang wars banging in Little Rock in that situation. And they talked about how the gang goes and all of that stuff. The coroner used to bring the gang KFC and showing pictures of dead people and all of that stuff. And that's kind of what's going on right now between between USC and Oklahoma. You leave and
get it in blood.
You leave and you take Caleb Williams with you, you can get fucked, okay, forever. Like, it's one thing if you leave and you go, bro, I feel like this for Oklahoma fans. It's one thing if you leave, you want to be at the beach, You take Caleb Williams with you? Fuck you, bro.
Yeah,
For a long time.
They got Dylan Gabriel, man. They should be happy. Dylan Gabriel, NFL starting NFL quarterback, man.
Yeah, the Heisman Trophy winner.
I mean,
Banking in Little Rock.
Man,
like,
y'all gonna laugh at me, but I spent a lot of time in Little Rock, man. You know what I'm saying? My family's from Arkansas, both sides. So I went to Little Rock.
He's been everywhere, man.
I went to Little Rock every year of my life until I was 18 years old. My cousin, right, that's big. At Little Rock is where TCBY was based out of.
Oh shit!
Arkansas got a lot of.
That's where it came. It came up out of there, bro.
Yeah. Froyo, man. I fuck with some Froyo. You know who else has been to Little Rock?
Who's that?
Jerry Jones. And the reason why you were probably able to go there is because he wasn't there. Because he probably would have kept you out that bitch.
He was in phase, though, right?
He probably would have been like, I love that picture. Put that picture up. Jerry Jones is standing there looking like, I love it. Jerry Jones. Black people try to come to school. Jerry Jones is standing there with, I wish one of these motherfuckers would come in here.
It's just so funny because how do you just happenstance being like one of the most racist pictures of all time? Like you just happen to have just showed up that day. Man, what was going on here? Oh, they let some niggas in and they catch you in it. And it's like 50 years later, it comes on your ass. Oh. Y'all caught that?
What
happened?
Forget
it. All right.
No, I heard you. 50 years later, Joe. But you like that type of shit. You like
I didn't
that type
do that.
Of crazy
I didn't
talk.
do that. I didn't like that. That was an accident. I promise you. But there's a, you know what? As I was speaking the words out of my mouth.
I want to address something. The Ohio State fans are mad at me. Shout out to my man. Okay. Shout out my man Emeka. They're mad at me because
Ibuka?
No, not in Mecca Ibuka. Like Mecca Don. One of my homeboys' name is Mecca Don.
I was like, Mecca Ibuka, come on.
I was like, God damn, yeah, man.
My homeboy Mecca Don is one of the most interesting people in the entire world. This is like a Penn-educated lawyer who does business deals, is an Ohio State football player, and he raps.
Oh, shit.
His brother, is a doctor and a lawyer, has a JD, I think, from Stanford, and then an MD from Harvard.
Jerry Jones,
these are some interesting Nigerian brothers. Okay, and not only that, but is in the military. He went and served in Iraq. So these are interesting, and they were mad at me because they're huge Ohio State fans, and I said that Ohio State is in live scrimmages every Saturday. Just to say, right now, Ohio State is up 27-0 against UCLA.
Nicholas.
Yeah, Nico not playing. Got to point that out.
Is it unfair to say that Ohio State, beyond the Texas game, and it's not their fault, it's the way things have shaken out in the Big Ten, that they're kind of an untested team? They are an eye test team. Yeah. Is that wrong? They're an eye test team. We just talked about Notre Dame. I could make an argument that there's no argument. Notre Dame's schedule to this point has been tougher than Ohio State's. They're an eye test team, and the eye test tells us all we need to know, but it is a lot of eye tests. Is that not fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the thing is not even a lot of people have been watching Ohio State other than Ohio State fans because they've just not been in a lot of games there's been a lot of friction. Right? Like
there's been too many good games.
Yeah, there's been too many good games.
The YouTube TV thing was the best thing to happen to them because, like, you kind of had, like, for us, like, we had to watch the Fox game, and then, like, I watched them play, and I'm like, man, Jeremiah Smith, he should be in the Heisman conversation as well with Julian saying. So,
I mean, the thing is, they're going to have
spring games.
They're going to have the attention of the nation on them starting from the final week in November through, maybe mid-December when they had to play Michigan. And then when they get into the playoffs. And so, like, it's coming for them, right?
They got two games, right?
Yeah, they got 2 games. And I mean, it's really, I mean, we always said that last year too. Like, Ohio State basically has a 2 to 3 game season, right? And that's just what it is. But I mean, that is a testament, Ohio State fans,
of how dominant they are.
Yeah, about how dominant they are. Yeah, right. They take a lot of, that would be so fun to root for. The year TCU made it to the national championship, it was agonizing. It sucked because I couldn't enjoy a game until it was over. For being an Ohio State fan, it's just like, let me check in real quick. Oh, they up 27-0. I'm cool. This Saturday has no stress whatsoever. That must be amazing.
They're about to go up 34-0 as we're talking.
Yeah, man. Poor
That's how
UCLA.
easy it
But
is.
look, here's the thing though, and this is why it must be frustrating for the fan base. They are that good. They are that good, and it's not their fault that Wisconsin's program has fallen off a cliff, that Penn State's program fell off a cliff this year. Even UCLA was supposed to be a little bit better than what they are right now. I don't know how good we really expected them to be. And then they have Michigan. They don't have Oregon on this schedule, but they played them last year. They don't have Oregon on this schedule. They don't have Indiana on this schedule. But
They will.
They will, but they played the teams that were on the schedule, and they've worked the teams that are on the schedule. Should there be flex scheduling in college football?
Nah.
It's too much politicking.
Too much shit.
I like it. I'm down.
Bam wants the chaos.
You know what I want? I know that these teams have made these schedules. I want right now there to be a special scheduling thing because all of these divisions are all of these conferences are so big. Pause. That's the way it's done, Joe.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh, pause. Pause, but that's toxic Lathan, man. Toxic masculinity. You don't got to pause, brother. You don't got to pause.
Fuck it.
I thought it was frozen.
I think that we should after the meetings and after the preseason rankings come out and all that stuff, that we should look at the schedules and then we should make sure that we should flex the schedule. I'm not being fucking for real. I'm so for real. I think at the media days and all of that stuff.
But the preseason was so bad this year. Everyone was so wrong.
I understand that.
Okay.
But still, I think every year the two conference champions from the year prior should have to have played on the field. The two people that's in the conference championship game, they should have to have a regular season game, or the person that came in second or whatever. There should be like a mini little thing. I haven't thought this through in there to make sure that you just can't run the whole table of the second or third best teams in your conference and never have to play anybody on any given year. Then you have a situation like Florida where every single team on your schedule is a fucking killer. It's just like there's too much of a crapshoot in college football right now.
No, I hear that. I hear. I just, I don't think there's any real way to
Texas
do it
touchdown, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay, look at him, man.
Ryan
they get
Wingo.
right back in it. Okay.
Yeah. McConaughey's fired up.
Well, man, remember we spent the first 3 weeks of this show talking about Parker Livingstone, man.
He's going MIA. He's like on a milk carton right now.
I mean, the offense got better when Wingo became the
who he's supposed
receiver.
to be. It's a good throw by
So it's so funny. You always come with that like, I mean, your hatred for Parker Livingstone is like pure racism. And you always come at me with all of this stuff, toxicity and all of that. You're everything. It's pure racism.
It's not
Jason
racism.
Sehorn is somewhere going, I didn't go through all of this and break the color barrier of athleticism.
Lad McConkey.
I'm not sitting up here talking about Jordan Shipley.
You think that what Danny Amendola went through? What the color lines they used to make?
Do you think Ricky Prohl?
People listen.
You think that what Ed McCaffrey went through? They used to make Ed McCaffrey go through a different door at restaurants on the road because he was a white receiver. McCaffrey couldn't even eat with the rest of the team because they were listening to Death Row Records and he wanted to hear George Strait. And for you to come for this situation and besmirk the name of Parker Livingstone after what those guys went through to break the color barrier of white athleticism, that's terrible.
Billy Gill pointed out that Jerry Jones fought for Ed McCaffrey's rights.
You guys got me all wrong, man. I just had a lovely conversation with Chris Collinsworth. If you listen to the Press Box, that's the other podcast I'm on. We talk one of the great white receivers of all time. I'm a big Steve Largent fan. I saw Steve Largent play. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see me talk about Hunter Renfro, right? You didn't see me talk about Tim Dwight,
Matt
Brian
Jones
Finneran
from Arkansas.
Yeah, you didn't hear me talk about Brian Finneran. You didn't hear me talk about Tim Smith. Y'all don't even know who Tim Smith is.
Wes Welker, Texas Tech.
Tim Smith used to play for Houston Oilers in the 80s. He was the leading receiver for them for a few years.
Did you ask?
They just wanted that rant to get clipped, which I really respect.
That's...
Did you ask Chris Collinsworth about the time that he said, "I like girls that aren't too bright."
Come on, man.
That was,
man.
That was
66.
a tough clip.
Man, sneaky old Chris Collinsworth, 66 years old, man. Hold on,
66. He's been around for a long time.
He's been
I like
around,
girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. High school girls love me. 14 to 18 years old.
It was a different. I can't. I know. I did. We did not ask him about that. And his capacity as an NBC. Football Night in America.
You kept it PFF focused.
This, yeah, PFF. We talked about that. He did go up hard for
kept
for
it
Bob
PFF,
Knight.
not OPP.
He went up hard. What he went up hard for?
Y'all, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with you, man? I need to look. Somebody check Van's browser. Because what has Brand been doing, man?
Oh man,
what has he been doing, man?
Bro, hey, we gotta do. I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
No, exactly.
But we gotta do a show just on wild clips from the past, man. They used to be wilding.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You ever see the clip of Sean Connery telling Barbara Walters why it's okay to just smack?
You got to smack your woman. Right? You got to smack your wife every now and again. Yeah.
Oh
man.
my God.
Yeah,
Chris,
man. It's different. I would. Do you remember what outlet interviewed him? Who was that?
I think it was NBC Sports.
Oh man.
This must have apparently he addressed
training. What did he say?
Should we give his side of the story?
Yeah, give it, please.
I want to say, as a family man, I'm extremely embarrassed by an interview I did when I was in my early 20s. He said my comments were insulting, immature, and foolishly intended as a joke. They do not reflect how I live my life then or now. I was asked to do something humorous about dating, and it's been a major embarrassment to me since that. I apologize to anyone who has ever had the misfortune to see it now or a quarter century ago. That's
good apology.
He was just fucking around. Chris was just playing.
Yeah, man.
Chris fucking Collinsworth.
Chris, one of the best receivers of all time, man. AFC Central great.
Yeah, Chris was just fucking around, y'all. He was just joking.
He was just joking.
Right. I will say, when you start as a family man, usually not a good. Usually you're talking about something that you said that wasn't great. So
it's not great.
Happens.
We've all said, who amongst us hasn't? Well, not like that, but
yeah, man, nah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by okay? I'm gonna say something, and you guys are gonna criticize. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
I don't need it. I don't need that.
Billy.
Bro, what the fuck, bro?
Billy said
Billy's gonna give me
hey man, pop Billy on. Billy says,
Billy, you there? Billy, we need you to
pop
get
Billy on, man.
Yeah.
Billy,
clear out the side of the floor for me so I can go one-on-one. Okay. Now, don't say, keep in mind, at the time, I know that this is a disgusting person. Okay.
Oh,
and he's a bad person.
Good start.
A family man.
As a family man.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. But I kind of felt like when R. Kelly said, "What do you mean by teenager?"
Why are you?
He said I like 19-year-olds.
No,
I was like, okay, like he didn't say 17. The thing is, we know that that's what he was into. But I was like, he said a 19-year-old. He wanted clarification because he's like, man, are they gonna ask me about a 19-year-old? And he's like, okay, I got that covered. I could say,
Joel pulling out the defined teenage was not what I expected.
What are we talking about?
Joel. Okay, Billy, are you aware?
Turn your hat back around, Joel.
No.
Billy, are you aware of the clip he's talking about?
No.
Okay,
you've never seen that clip?
Shout out to the homie Toure. Toure is interviewing R. Kelly.
Man,
Chappelle show made
Toure
fun
came
of
to
this
me
as
and
well.
Bo's live show in New York and heckled us, man. I'm not shout out to Toure.
What you mean?
He came to me and Bo's live show in New York and heckled us, dog.
What was
I
he
mean,
saying?
he heckled you.
I mean, he heckled us from the audience.
I don't believe that. It's he's making it up.
What'd he say?
Yeah, what happened?
He just kept ask Bo. We
he's not here.
here.
He said, take your hat off.
I'm not taking my hat off.
All right, 10-14 right now, 4-1.
Why didn't you bring Billy in?
Georgia's punting. So, Billy, this is what happened. Billy, you get to judge this, and you get to judge whether or not R. Kelly was right which is what Joel just said.
I didn't say he was right. I just said he wasn't wrong.
Wait a second.
I'm leaning no.
Okay, so Torre
I don't know how to hold
is
time.
interviewing. He was interviewing R. Kelly, like this had to be like 2001, 2002, 2003, something like that, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's like it's like 2003. Yeah. It's
okay.
good.
And he asked something about R. Kelly, whether or not he's into teenagers, like he likes teenagers. And R. Kelly says, depends on what you mean by teenage.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on Torre's face. Now, remember, this is after the R. Kelly video had come out, after the marriage to Aaliyah, allegedly, whatever happened. I don't know. We never really got clarification on this. And so Torre's like, what do you mean? What do I mean, teenagers? And everybody knows that that's the wrong answer for R. Kelly, except for one person. There's one person who thinks that's actually an okay answer for R. Kelly, and that's Joe Anderson.
I thought it was.
Who also wore his number based on his album, right?
That's true.
Tate, I told you that it also was a tribute to Leon Johnson, the former USC great. That jersey was so dope. LL Cool J wore it in the Hey Lover video, man.
I didn't know that.
You remember that? Go look it up.
What's your opinion? We need your opinion. Like, do you think that because that's basically the same thing. Joel is basically like Megyn Kelly. It's the same thing that Megyn Kelly said.
I thought you said we want to do politics. That's why that's why them people hate you, man.
You brought up Trump earlier.
One of the reasons.
That is true. I apologize, guys. I can't stop myself.
Don't talk about
but do you think that Joel is right that R. Kelly, who was in his 40s at that time, asking about that? Do you think, well, maybe 30s, but do you think that Joel has a point that,
He wanted clarity. He said he wanted clarity about what was an acceptable teenager to be in a relationship with.
And you thought that was a good question.
I said it wasn't good. I said it wasn't bad because I thought he was trying to defend. He was like, man, what if Torre is going to ask me about a 19-year-old? And so he probably was like, all right, yeah, I've been with a 19-year-old before. It was a way to dodge the deeper, nastier accusations that go in this.
But there's like only 1/7 of a way that could have gone right between 13 and 19. Like there's only one number that would
only one, 18.
I guess, yeah, 2.
That's too close, though.
And I mean, in some states it's 17. Ask Mark Sanchez about that. Ask Mark Sanchez about that. Mark Sanchez got
now we just exposing people. Look, so this is what I'll say.
Sanchez got his hands tied.
If anybody asks you that problem, just that question, just say it's easy way to say it. Say, hey, I like to spend my time in the company of adult women.
That's a good answer.
That's the right answer.
That is the answer.
That is the right answer. Yeah.
Somebody says, hey, do you like teenage? I like to spend my time in the company of adult women. Yeah. Boom. Adult, 20 adult, whatever, you want to be creepy and fuck with that, that's fine. But that's not what R. Kelly said. He said, depends on what you mean by teenage, which means there's probably a range for Kels. And Joel thought, okay. I like that take. I
didn't say I liked it. I didn't say it.
Billy's
disgusting. I didn't say I liked it. I didn't say I liked it. I just said I thought that he was trying to give himself some cushion in case it came out later, in case his real shit came out. He's like, yeah, I've been with an 18 and 19-year-old. Anyway, let's not talk about R. Kelly. I know. Then to Joel, stop, man. Hey, Joel, do you have your passport? Do you have your shot? You want to come with me to America? Come with me.
All right. While we have Billy here, let's do one big question because I do find this fascinating. What's the point of playing college football games or just football games in general in baseball stadiums? Today we had Northwestern at Wrigley, which was a great game, a walk-off kick to win that game for Michigan. Do we have an answer for this? Is this like a pageantry or, do we like seeing games in baseball stadiums? It feels like it's becoming more and more of a thing. Or
am I the only person that can't tell?
You can't tell?
I couldn't tell that it was Wrigley.
Yeah, I watched the game. Is supposed.
So again, what's the point if you can't even tell what they're playing? What's the point?
Expect to feel a way that it's at Wrigley Field, and I couldn't tell.
Right.
It looked the same to me.
It's just too bad that they couldn't play at that little cute JV stadium they've got on the lake right there, because that's a really beautiful little stadium. But
I do like that stadium. I've been to that stadium. Yeah. Yeah,
but the problem is that Michigan probably was going to bring 50,000 fans. I mean, that is Chicago, so they just could not play it there. Like they couldn't play it in that little old stadium. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of cool. I like the idea of taking the game out of putting it somewhere unusual. Like when they play a
We have
game,
the Pinstripe
that's game on a
Bowl.
battle shop. Yeah,
We have the Fenway Bowl. Petco Park has a bowl now. Billy,
Yeah,
Billy, your thoughts? Do you think this is necessary?
I mean, it's usually for like smaller schools, right? Because football stadiums are bigger than baseball stadiums. But aren't they playing like at a lacrosse field or something right now while they're working on their stadium?
I think so.
So it has to be
that's the
just because,
stadium.
yeah, Michigan's just taking too many people. But like Wrigley's had bowl games where the field's too close to like the brick walls and they run into the brick walls. Like they'll put like some padding there, but like it's never good. It's never
Yeah.
a good. Like, it always looks weird. Like the Tropicana Field used to have bowl games like every year, like the
Oh,
Bad
yeah.
Boys Mowers Bowls and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they'd fill the
That
stadium.
the before
with all
Brady's
these-
Bowl, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dolphins
Brady's
played on a
Bowl.
baseball field, for a time when they were sharing the space, right?
Well, I mean,
The Raiders.
It was more the Marlins played on a football stadium,
Yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
the Dolphins played on a
Yeah.
baseball field. UM played against FIU at Marlins Park, lost. Great game.
Mm.
Ended up getting
FIU
When was
Nate
that?
Diaz fired. Yeah,
When was
Billy,
that?
2019.
Billy,
I don't remember that.
I was
That
looking
on
this
mine.
up the other day, man, for some reason. Did you know that FIU has the worst winning percentage of any team in FBS, man? It was some. I don't believe I'm making that up.
What?
Yeah, look it up,
Is
man.
that true?
Yeah, man.
Choose
Hold on.
violence today? What's going on with you?
Well, I'm just saying. I was just shocked. I was like,
Joel,
man,
remember
how-
your last appearance? He
a
was like, "I'm
school-
coming with heat today."
a
You know,
school
like-
in Miami, like you have to try really hard to be that bad, man. I mean, even your fifth string guys, shit. I mean, this
Welcome to my world, Billy.
We're
For no
one
reason.
game away from bowl eligibility. Like, what's your deal?
Okay, that's what's up, man. I'm proud of y'all, man.
Can I tell you something?
What bowl game you think you
I was taking notes today on what we would talk about later, and like my biggest takeaway was gonna be the chat needs to lighten up on Joel. Like they're being too mean to Joel. He's going in there. He's getting too sensitive. It's affecting him. Like he's turning his hat around. It was a bad habit. He's turning his hat around. And
I
now
got called pussy. I got called pussy on this episode, by the way.
Not by the chat, though.
Who's in charge of our HR?
Well, first of all, I didn't call you pussy. That's not what I said. And this is the whole deal. This is what happened with Mark Lamont Hill and Flip. Shout out to both of them brothers. Mark is my man. Flip did not call Mark a sucker. He said it's sucker shit. Now, I will say this.
He's saying the act, not the actor.
Yeah, Joel, definitely not. Joel is the man. Joel, fastest 10-year-old in the whole country.
And possibly
TCU
11-year-old.
football player.
I was
No.
really good.
Avid R. Kelly fan.
Mhm.
More than we ever
Just
knew.
Avid's not. That's no need to say
Die
that. No need to say that because that's not true.
I'm looking up
Not
FIU
anymore.
now. FIU has had a lot of notable coaches.
Butch
What-
Davis.
Butch Davis.
Yeah, man.
Like what?
Fired Mario
what's-
Cristobal because he was bad.
Mario
Mhm.
Cristobal's on this list.
Everybody's
Is-
tried.
Where does FIU is is it one of those rehabilitate your coaching image or first job smaller schools?
I mean, it's in Conference USA, so like he had Butch Davis on Butch's is Butch's last stop. It was Cristobal's first stop. Willie Simmons now, who's the coach, it's his first stop as a head coach in Division One. So
And this is what I'm saying, man. They always give the brothers the bad jobs, man. It's the one time they
Whoa.
elevate somebody from an HBCU. He has a
Boy,
job on
hard.
the other team with the worst winning percentage in FBS history. It's crazy. I mean, again, it's just like,
I don't like you. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Billy.
Oh, Billy, man.
I was
That's
coming
not-
out. I was gonna defend you. I mean,
That's not what
you
you
had a
said.
whole
But that's not
plan.
what you said to Allison. I know that you have a warm spot for me in your heart, Billy.
no.
And that's fine. Allison
No.
didn't say. Allison said that you said that I was a cool guy, and I told her I was like, man, I really like Billy too. So
No.
he's just trying. Billy's putting on for our company. He wants to. He's trying to pretend, but
No.
I'm a likable person, man. That's the really thing about it. It really is. It's
I'm
true.
looking at all the people that came from FIU in various sports. Raja Bell,
Man. Isaiah Thomas.
Carlos Arroyo.
Employee.
Did he coach the basketball team at FIU for a minute?
Who?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, he did. I was
Yeah,
at
he
that
did.
press conference. It was ridiculous. Didn't last very long. He was a disaster.
remember when Carlos Arroyo tortured the U.S. men's Olympic team?
Yeah.
He had like 55
2004.
points and
I do
19
remember.
assists. Couldn't fucking guard him. It was so nuts. T.Y. Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Man, one of the
look at all
greatest
this-
touchdown celebrations. The
Hall of
TY.
Famer. Yeah.
So good.
You guys got
FIU
authors
Hall
and
of Fame.
entertainers. I don't know who any of these people are, but Joel, maybe. Oh, Andy Garcia, fucking
Mm.
Wait, the actor?
Terry
yeah,
Benedict.
Vincent
Oh, okay.
Mancini.
Okay.
Like he went to. He's hey, what am I doing with this guy? Huh? He went to FIU.
John
No.
Smith. Ever heard of him?
No,
Good
he
player.
Yeah, the tight end, right? For the
Yeah.
Falcons. Yeah, right.
No, with the
but-
Steelers now. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Steelers now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's with Aaron Rodgers. He's like the only guy Aaron Rodgers will throw the ball to consistently.
Man.
This Texas Georgia game is a bad brand of football.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a game that is super interesting to look at.
Man.
Ole Miss
Texas.
Florida is a good game, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up in the
27-24.
multi-board.
Ole Miss is, man. Well, yeah, you know what? This is smart. This is the right play. Go for a touchdown. But
Yeah, they went
well.
for the touchdown.
All right.
Florida got the stop, so now Florida gets the ball back with 2:42 to play, down 3.
Man, I root
Dude,
for Florida, man.
I'm rooting for Florida too. Billy, do you feel like I saw you on the Bill Simmons podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the flagship. Okay, so that's awesome. Do you feel like Bill saw the heater that you were on as far as Ringer Tailgate and went, I gotta go get him from my pod? Do you feel like Bill kind of jumped on our shit a little bit? You like did you let him know it's Tailgate fam
A little
Banging in-
poaching. You're saying?
banging in Little Rock?
5-yard
kind of
penalty.
situation. Who you ride for, Billy? You ride for the Bill Simmons podcast or Tailgate?
I mean,
Damn. Blood
This is
in,
home.
blood out.
this is home. You know, that's
Oh,
that's
nice.
a road game a little bit. This is home. Sometimes you got to go on the road. You know,
You do.
Yeah.
yeah,
Show that
half
it
the
travels.
schedule's on the road.
Mm-hmm. You got to show the skill travels.
Mhm.
I like
Yeah,
it.
man.
You do. A lot of people pissed off about Paul Bunyan land.
Why? Who was pissed?
This sounds whack.
No, people are saying that it is that like we're coastal elites, and that not every place can have like a Six Flags or a Disneyland.
What?
And Paul Bunyan is a part. Like I didn't know this, that Paul Bunyan is like from Minnesota. That's where he's from. He
Really?
was born there.
Yes,
Well,
Prince and Paul Bunyan.
yeah, I don't know that. Paul Bunyan is not a real person, but
I've forgotten all the
fictional
Paul
person of-
Bunyan lore.
Yeah, so I used to love that. Babe the Blue Ox,
Johnny
Cream Puff
Appleseed.
Fatty, like all of his little crew that he had, the tall American Tall Tales and all of that stuff. I used to all love that. But
Yeah.
they said that us hating on Paul Bunyan land makes us look like coastal elites.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
I had
buy
someone
that.
from Texas message and say that he is not the tallest animatronic in the U.S. There's one in
Big
Texas.
Tex. It's a big.
Yeah.
It's probably Big Tex at the Texas State Fair, man.
There you go.
Hey, I gotta respond.
So
to
they were
some
saying
people.
stolen valor, Billy, on the
Oh.
pamphlet.
People are saying.
I talked to someone about that. It turns out, spoiler alert, and I don't want to. If there's any kids that are watching this, you're a horrible parent for letting your kids watch this.
10,
But
18.
if any kids watching this, I found out it's just a guy with a microphone that's behind Paul Bunyan, and then he just says like your kid's name because you tell the guy like here's my
Really?
kid's name, and then the man in the microphone like talks to your kids as Paul Bunyan.
It's a Wizard of Oz situation.
Yeah, kind of.
Like a ghost in the. You know what would be an ill ass fucking horror film? They kind of did this in It a little bit, but what if Paul Bunyan came to life at Paul Bunyan land? Like what
And
if
killed
what if
kids.
Yeah. Like it's like
Yeah, yeah.
it would-
Yeah.
they would have
Yeah.
to be like teenagers or middle schoolers. Don't act like we haven't put kids in danger.
What do you mean by
Stranger
teenager?
Things- There you go. That's the question.
It all loops back, yeah.
Paul Bunyan come to life and he kills, but in this one he would only kill. Paul Bunyan goes racist, and it's like he only kills the kids of color, and it's like
Oh, wow.
it got dark.
Hmm.
It got dark.
Hey, there's a meme on the internet it's like a white guy with a real strong chin. He's like in black and white, and he's kind of smiling off to the side, like that kind of dude. Is that? I always kind of thought, is he supposed to be kind of like a Paul Bunyan-esque figure? You know what I'm talking about? I feel like he's sort of racist adjacent, and I haven't quite figured out what the meme is supposed to represent. Do people in the chat know what I'm talking about?
Joel, I don't know if you want to go back in the chat.
Yes,
Oh,
they
fair
were
point.
there.
Yeah, fair point. I told man, look, I don't defend terrible people, although I do think that I would have probably been a good defense attorney. I think if I'd ever decide to go that route,
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Mm.
You didn't help Chris Collinsworth or R. Kelly today. Because nobody was thinking about what them niggas did. And now it's like.
Wait, you the one that brought the Chris Collinsworth stuff like randomly.
Funny.
I was telling you
I tell you what, Chris Collinsworth, I just want to, that's funny. Stuff like that is funny. I'm sure what he said is true. I'm just joking around. Let me say something crazy. You don't know that the internet gonna be around. No one knew. Like no one knew. That's like no one knew.
He thought it would be one night,
Yeah,
on TV. Yeah, no one will see it again.
Different, yeah, man. I was just talking about Chris Collinsworth as one of the great wide receivers in the history of the league, and also the chat is telling me that guy is Chad
Fitz.
That's the meme that I'm talking about. Chad, Giga Chad. Is that what it is?
What?
CNG? Yeah. I'm looking in here, man. In the
What are you talking about?
True
Chad can
Woo
tell you anything. You're just gonna repeat it.
Joel, let me Billy.
The chat is controlling Joel.
It's not racist.
Good.
Giga
Don't
lost
just
Joel in the
blindly
chat.
read what the chat is saying. That's
Yeah,
not a
because
good
the chat
idea.
the chat trying to line you up. Hey, Billy, you know what this is?
Yeah.
Well, how do we feel about this?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Why?
Yeah, what's
I
the
don't
problem?
know.
What do you have against it?
Feels
Billy, how old are
forced.
your kids?
My kids, 2 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so they're not to this age
They're not that
with
age
this
yet.
yet.
They're not doing
No.
that shit yet.
Why? I feel like this right here, 6'7". I feel like that bothers people. I feel like it angers people, the 6'7", right? Why does it bother people? You see the lady scored this, they got 67 points in the game, and all the kids went nuts. Why does this trigger people? Why are people triggered by 6'7"?
Do they think it's like too Sam Cassell adjacent with the,
See, Sam Cassell's is funny. Big balls. That's
big
good.
balls?
But why does it bother y'all? Y'all say y'all don't like it. Why does it bother you?
Yeah, Billy.
It doesn't really
tell us.
bother me.
Old
Yeah.
people started
Tate?
doing it, honestly.
Yeah, that's really It's like once it became like mainstream, it's like it was
Mhm.
funny when it was LaMelo Ball adjacent, and then like
It
no
got
one
to
kinda knew what it
Facebook.
meant. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now you
Blue
got like
Sky.
your fourth grade teacher's like the kids have 6'7" t-shirts on today. Haha. You're like, yeah, I'm out.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't realize how cool Tate was. Tate's cool. Everyone loves Tate. Tate said Flatline by DJ Unk, and everybody was like, oh my God, Tate's cool. Tate's a cool guy.
Usually they say horrible stuff about me. That's why I don't go in the chat. I stay away from the chat. The chat's tough.
Tate, you would have cleaned up at HBCU, bro. You'd have been all right. You'd have been all
Back,
right.
back before y'all were in y'all relationships, did y'all sleep with black ladies?
Joel?
I never had a preference. I'm for everybody. Joel.
Oh yeah. But you know what? I'm not gonna say. But
What?
I can't.
The question is,
I was
this is the
gonna
question.
do. I was gonna say.
Oh,
but
my
I'm not
foot
gonna-
hurts.
I can't say it.
Know someone, Joel?
Huh?
My foot hurts. Know someone?
Hey, man, come on. See, Billy's poking me, man. Billy's poking me, bro.
You're giving him ammo.
I didn't think that was going to lead to this. I did not. Man, it was sad too because it made me.
Inside joke throwback. Joel, we're gonna have to bring her on the show.
No, no, we're not. No, we're not.
Hey, you better end this fucking live stream.
No,
I have some quick hitters before we leave.
Okay, let's go.
Quick hitters so we can save Joel. But we should all take a trip to Houston with Joel, and then maybe we all, maybe that's what it is. We all take a trip to Houston.
Y'all are not going to succeed. You're not going to be.
We're all going to H-Town.
You're not going to be successful.
Bring your tailgate. We're going on a field trip.
I've already told you.
Florida just gave
Them
up
days
the
are
ghost.
over.
I mean, Florida just gave up the ghost.
Oh,
Ole Miss
man.
gonna win.
Florida's done. Texas seems like they're basically done. Georgia's
Ole
up
Miss
in
is
that
different.
game.
Utah beating the shit out of people again, man. Baylor's down, man. Aranda, man. Dave Aranda, man. So this will put them at 5-5. Baylor
500. Yeah,
That might not be a touchdown. I think he's short. I think Ole Miss is short. I think Ole Miss is short.
Say something about Michigan, man. Say something about Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. We didn't talk.
That was the baseball, football
Yeah.
conversation. But yeah, Michigan beats Northwestern. Walk-off game-winning field goal. Not an
Yeah.
impressive performance. 5 turnovers in that game for Michigan, but they found a way to win.
I mean, look, man, the thing is, I got to give Bryce Underwood his props, man. The game was on the line. They needed that last drive to set up the game-winning field goal. 3rd and 10 from the Michigan 37 after the 2-minute warning. And he hit somebody for a 21-yard reception, Andrew Marsh. It was freshman to freshman, man. So I was like, all right, again, I don't know. Like, I still don't think Michigan's that good, but I mean, it doesn't matter. They've only lost 2 games. They're still in the playoff hunt. But that was a big moment for Bryce Underwood, man. He didn't have Justice Haynes today, I mean, it's just that's one of those things, one of those wins that even though it was just Northwestern, it's like, all right, you can build on that.
He also faked out the cameraman on that that option play where he ran for the touchdown. Like the cameraman follows the running back, and I always love that when like it's such a good fake that even the guys in the box or in the booth can't even figure out who has the football. So give Bryce Underwood some love. Another guy I want to give some love, linebacker Jacob Rodriguez for Texas Tech. They put him in at quarterback. He played quarterback in high school. He also played quarterback at Virginia. He's a linebacker now for Texas Tech. They put him in to score a touchdown, and then he hit the Heisman pose.
So smart.
The Heisman celebration. So Jacob Rodriguez officially in the mix for the Heisman. So, that was a big moment. Do you believe in that, Van? Do you think Jacob Rodriguez will be in New York?
No. Shit, no. The AI generated recap of the chat says what? What does it say?
So there's an AI generated recap of what the chat from the show today has been, and it's viewers in the chat are reacting to Joel's controversial comments, with some comparing him to Megyn Kelly. They are discussing the implications of his statements and referencing past events and related figures like R. Kelly.
Man, I feel like I got jumped. Did y'all see that video? It was an NBA YoungBoy concert in Seattle, and there was his brother in a red jacket. He was handling business, man. He was the only one. He was 1-on-4, and that's kind of how I felt.
That's not Joe. That's not true, Joe. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, it was 1-on-4, bro. I was like, that motherfucker was like,
Joe. Joe.
That motherfucker was like, he had a motherfucker down on the ground like this. Oh. Yeah,
Joe, this is the
Joe,
thing.
I'm on your side.
Me too.
I don't think so.
Joe, here's the thing. The Joe, like you get a little bit. See how you came ready to besmirch Billy, and it was cool. Now it's up with Billy.
Like, what did I? How did I besmirch Billy? I just said
you went with the FIU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came to defend you today.
Facts.
Back to Michigan. I think the big game this year, Michigan Ohio State, is going to be the most interesting game of the year. I have no idea what could possibly happen. I think Michigan is a very flawed team, but maybe they're a little bit more solid than we think that they are.
I think they're a live dog in that game. You said
I think
Ohio
they're
State
a live dog too. I think Michigan's a very flawed team.
Oh yeah,
a very flawed team. You can make some of the same arguments about Michigan that I've made about other teams here, but like I think there's some there with them. They're a team that they got a lot of talent, and they're just waiting to kind of get to a point where they can put it all together with the right scheme. I think the best is still yet to come for them. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Next year is their year. I guess that's the thing that you look forward to. You say Bryce Underwood gets better. I think is Justice Haynes. Is he coming back? I think Justice Haynes is
I think he's a senior.
He's a junior. He's a junior.
Oh, he's a junior. Okay.
I'll be honest with you though. When you look at Michigan, they've lost to the really only good teams that they have really been up against. They lost to Oklahoma, they lost to USC, and they eke out games and they play close games. It's almost like looking at what they have on their roster. You keep waiting for it to come together for them. But
the great thing Ohio State can do is they could attempt to humiliate them this year and knock them out of the playoff race, right? Because that they're a 3-loss Michigan's not going to the playoffs. So
no, fuck no.
Yeah, so that'll be the end of that if Ohio State does what they're supposed to. But we could have said that last year.
I love it. We could have said a lot of things on
Memphis
the show.
and East Carolina. Good game, by the way, man. Memphis
happening right now, right?
No, it's over. East Carolina beat Memphis last. They won in the fourth quarter. It's a touchdown pass with like 15 seconds to go, man.
ECU's another program. We were talking about FIU having some notable characters. ECU, Lincoln Riley, that's where he started as the OC.
David Garrard.
Yeah.
David Garrard. Jeff Blake.
Yeah, there's a lot of good.
Gardner Minshew Played.
Yeah, Gardner
Started at
Minshew started at
for
ECU.
2 years.
That's right. Before going to Wazoo. Love it.
Look, listen. If you're gonna close out the show right now, Tate, if we're about to go, I do
I'm
want Joel
Oh my
to
God.
quickly tell the story of Teray heckling him and Bomani Jones from the crowd and what this beef is about. Because I did Teray's show last year, or maybe it was earlier this year. I can't remember. What did he say when he was in the crowd heckling y'all?
Okay, so somebody, my boy RD Constant, who's here in the chat, he says, "I can tell you from that night, Teray heckled Joel and Bomani." So there you go. That it really did happen. But I wish I could say it was more. He was interjecting and correcting us while we were talking. Like he was just trying to interject. And so, Bomani, I'm going to go ahead and say this because you were there. You said it in front of everybody. Okay. Bomani says to Teray, standing up in the middle of the crowd, Teray standing up, most other people sitting down. Bomani says to Teray, "Hey, bro, they paid to see us, not you." And
Damn.
and you could just see like Teray kind of shrink. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Teray kind of don't like me already because we had some beef over my Slow Burn 3 and his interview of Tupac that ran in Rolling Stone many years ago, and we had beef over the interpretation of some things Tupac said in that interview. I don't know if he remembers that, but if he does, all right, here we are. But anyway, so yeah, I don't dislike Teray. I don't have any problems with him, but I did think he was talking a little bit too much for somebody that wasn't at the table. I wouldn't have said what Bo said, but Bo is a different cat, man. That's why Bomani is Bomani.
Tell y'all something right now. McShay, Feinbaum, Tate versus what's the guy? Michael Lombardo at North Carolina.
Michael Lombardi, my guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, actually it's Tate versus Pablo. And Joel versus Teray.
Damn.
You and Teray. I didn't realize that this was going on.
I got no beef with Pablo.
I don't have beef with Teray. Did I ever tell you?
I'm like Joel. I'm like, I got no beef.
Yeah,
Stand on business, Joel.
I'm not. I mean, this is kind of what makes you look like a punk. I ain't got no problems. Like if anybody, there was a rapper that tried to fight me. That whole season was crazy about that thing. Lil Sean, hickeys on her chest.
Shit!
That motherfucker invited me to have a fade in Brooklyn. And he called me a herb and said I look skinny, which was like, I know you ain't looking. You didn't even bother to look at my Instagram if you thought I was skinny. And what was the other? Oh yeah, man, Kevin Powell almost got into a fight with my producer during that season of Slow Burn 3. It was crazy, man. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
That was worth it.
That was worth it. Was it?
No, I think we got the clarity we all wanted. Joel. The chat loves you. We got people in the chat saying they love you, so it's all good. We're all good here.
Hey, I want to bring one last thing up, Tate. Can I say it?
Yeah, please.
I want to give a shout out to TSU, Texas Southern University, a school I attended in kindergarten, the TSU lab. They went to Baton Rouge tonight, Van. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know.
They went to Baton Rouge and won in Southern for the first time since 2010. They're 1 win away, and it looks like they probably could win that game against Alabama A&M at the season finale. It'll be their first winning season since I think 2000. So shout out Texas Southern University, man. H-Town's finest, right there. Megan Thee Stallion went to TSU.
Oh,
it is a historically bad season for Southern University. It's a historically bad season on the Bluff. If you think that LSU isn't used to, at Southern, we definitely ain't used to what's on the football field there. So congratulations to TSU, but it is a historically bad Southern University Jaguars football team right now. Terrible.
Are changes coming soon, you think?
They fired the coach this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So they
came.
already fired the coach. So
no, we brought Billy on for a reason. They said I won't win this fight with Billy, by the way. I'm not fighting with Billy.
We're not fighting.
We're not fighting.
No.
We're waiting.
Joe, bro, hold on for a second. Joe, you can't turn down the fade. Like it's like Billy. If
I
if,
saw
if,
what you did to your dog. Van tried to gas his dog up to get bit by a squirrel, man. I
What?
saw that video. Yeah, man. Van was out walking his dog. He posted this on IG, and he saw a squirrel, and he was trying to egg his dog on to fight this squirrel. Man, that squirrel would have fucked your dog up, man. You would have been right there trying to get it rabies shots.
Not Bose.
yeah,
Man. Yeah,
it's
Van.
Tate met Bose.
Yeah,
Bose
is a
got to
great
get
dog.
it. But listen, here's my thing. You got to get it in blood, and that's what sometimes has to happen. If in fact there's some kind of smoke between Billy and Joel, Billy Joel.
Oh, Billy Joel.
If
Billy
there's
Joel.
some kind of smoke, then it's about blood. We could do do this like gentlemen, or we could handle it with some gangster
Piece of
shit.
shit, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
I love gangster shit.
I know you do. I know you do. Because this is Scarface versus Nino Brown. Cuban black shit combining. Who more gangster? Find out Wednesday on Ringer Tailgate.
We're all going to find out. And as Dabo Sweeney taught us on Friday night, the record does not define you. So we have a lot to get to on Wednesday. We appreciate everybody tuning in to Ringer Tailgate. Been a lot of fun. Hope everybody enjoyed the show, especially Joel. And we will see you guys all on Wednesday.
Must be 21 or older in present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older in present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 27 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.